Oh, hey there. Today I'm talking about Soul Fusion. Covering this in a few different episodes, today I'm just talking about the commons of Soul Fusion and how they relate to Trinity. First up, we've got Necrofusion. This is a really cool card. It's basically Miracle Fusion, which for the longest of times was actually like the best fusion card ever. Until stuff like Shadow Fusion came out, which sends stuff from your deck to the graveyard. Necrofusion is just a Miracle Fusion for any deck. It is a trap card, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can use it to summon Construct in your opponent's turn, send Dragon to like pop their backer in their own phase or something. You can also just set it and wait for a turn, like playing traps in Trinity isn't a bad thing. The fact that it's chainable makes it better if anything. Some other things that I thought about that you could make, not too many fusion decks out there, but I think another way to summon Vision Hero Trinity is really good. Miracle Fusion could not summon Trinity, because Trinity is not an elemental hero card. We've seen this card be kind of used in OTK decks in the past with Elemental Hero, Honest Neos, and all these like crazy like ways to get it more attack. You could definitely see that deck sort of like come back into the meta maybe. You can also summon Contrast Hero Chaos if you're playing Masked Heroes. Got like a hero deck list in the description, but not too sure on this one. You do need 2 Masked Heroes. Just giving you more options to like make this sort of thing is quite good though. Especially for hero decks, this is a big plus. Shadow decks, anything that wants to make fusion monsters, you've got another really powerful fusion card now, which is really quite good. Giant Ballpark, people have been talking about this and I don't really get it. During damage calculation, if a player would take battle damage, neither player takes the damage, and you send a level 4 lower insect from your deck to the grave. Now, this is a weird, foolish burial for insects, level 4 lower insects. First thing that I thought of when people mentioned this was Insectors, Insector Hornet you can send to the grave. Maybe the fact that it's a field spell, you can also search it with stuff, could be cool. There's another thing, if you if you send a normal monster, you can summon any number of monsters of the same name from your hand, deck, and or graveyard. If a monster you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 insect normal from your grave. Last effect is not too relevant. I don't think card effects destruction is like too rampant that this is going to be triggering every turn. It doesn't have a restriction on the level of the normal monster, but I think you're really not going to be playing anything other than like Insect Knight here. Oh, there's like another card coming out that's a 2000 attack. I'm trying to find this. It's like a C card, I think. Yeah. Sea Ranger Shine Black. I have no idea how this actually relates to like the other cockroach cards, but summoning any one of these is fine, I guess. Yeah, it's weird, like, you can summon 3 of these guys in one turn, so maybe some sort of like weird aggro sort of deck can like play it. I don't really know what it goes into. Insects don't have enough support in general for there to be like a really strong theme there. It's one to look out for though. I think if any insect deck is gonna come up at any time, it'll probably be playing this. It's a solid Foolish Burial, even if you are or are not playing the vanillas to go with it. Diana the Light Spirit. I'm only bringing it up here because it's a card that should have been printed a very, very long time ago. It's like Aqua Spirit. It's like this, it's like Inferno. There's one for every attribute. I don't know if there's one for Dark, I don't think so. But there's never been one for Light, and now we have it. Yep, it's also a Thunder, which I just noticed, which could be interesting. It's just a summon from your hand. If you're playing rank 4s and you've got a lot of lights, probably playing this. Maybe there's some dumb Thunder Dragon synergy that you can use here, because it like vanishes, I don't know. It's always just been a solid sort of card for like things that want to make rank 4s. Doesn't use up your normal summons, you can go like summon, special Dana, whatever. There's not really much to talk about here. Incantations, they were previously called Devi Rituals, I think. Excuse me, these cards are really good for rituals. We've been waiting so long to get the second set, which are these. This one, I don't think it's too relevant in its typing, but this one you can use Emergency Teleport to summon from the deck, which is pretty cool. When they're summoned, you summon a different one from the deck. Oh no. You can reveal a ritual monster, this one's a ritual spell card, to summon it from your hand. And when you do, you also get summon another incantation from your deck. And it's a simultaneous summon, so that only counts as 1 summon towards your summon limit. And then when, like, this one is special summoned, it adds a 1 from your grave to your hand, ritual monster from grave to hand, and I think this is ritual spell from grave to hand. Yeah. All of these, all 4, they're like 2 more, Implementation. Yeah. These two we already have. These search from deck to hand, these add from grave to hand. All four of these staple in every Trinity ritual deck you ever build. This one's summonable with Lone Fire, this one is emergency teleportable. Gonna be pretty cool. Got this new one on the horizon, which hope to make a video about that one someday, but it's not out yet, so I won't discuss it here. Dino Wrestler Pancratops, on the other hand, is something that has already been discussed a lot. This card is currently semi-forbidden, despite not even being legal yet. It's only legal for like one weekend, before like the next ban list comes out. Pancratops is Trident, but it has to sack itself. It's weird, like, I don't think semi is the right place for it, but I think it will definitely see play at co-forbidden. It's like a Cyber Dragon. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you special summon it from your hand. Quick effect, you can tribute a Dino Wrestler to target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. Now, this is the only Dino Wrestler you're going to be playing, unless you're playing Dino Wrestlers, which you probably aren't. Despite that, Pancratops is just insane. Like, it's removal for anything, 2600 attacks, you can just summon it, slam into something, pop it, kill something else, really big. It's crazy to see how much power creep Cyber Dragon's got, even though Cyber Dragon used to be like a like the best card in the game sort of thing. This is the new Cyber Dragon. They're now also Tridents. Yeah. If you can play this card, if this was unlimited, it'd be in everything. Co-forbidden, I think if your deck needs more removal, if they're playing sort of Cool the Haunted effects, you could play this. If you're playing dinosaur synergies, like searching this guy's really good, you can search it with Overraptor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just a really solid card. Not too sure what it fits in at co-forbidden, probably a lot of things, and I think it's quite a good card for the format. We've been looking for more removal options. Fluffle Patchwork. I don't play Fright Fleurs or Fluffles, I don't really know what they do. This guy can be used as any Fright Fur monster, so I'm sure that's useful. Just talking about the good cards from SOFU, so I'm sure this card does stuff. Noble Knights, I also don't really know what these do, but this one seems really good. So excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of Noble Arms equipped spells you control. Already it's kind of iffy because it requires other stuff. It can be like a really dead top deck, on top of that it's also a trap card, so yeah. But it's quite easy for like Noble Knights to actually equip like 2 or 3 just with like balls and withdrawal synergies, so I'm sure it's not actually that difficult to resolve. And if you do, add one of them to your hand. Now, this does excavate any card and add any card to your hand out of the excavated, which is just like weird trap, maybe better pot of duality, which is pretty good. It's got Noble Arms in its name, so I think it's probably searchable. And it's got another effect, you can banish it from your grave, except the turn it was sent to the grave. Special summon any Noble Knight from your deck. Now it's got to have a different name from the cards you control in your graveyard. This is Trinity, so that's always going to summon. That's always going to happen. Unless you have like the vanilla, but whatever, why would you summon the vanilla? Yeah, I definitely think this card's really good. Whether you're using the Foolish Burial for spells and traps, just to mill it and then sort of next turn get a guy from deck. That's another tutor, which is really good. I think they've got another Rota in Soul Fusion, so maybe we're seeing Noble Knights do something sometimes too. Also, if you don't know how Noble Knights work in Trinity with a summon limit, got another video in the description just for the yeah, it's cool to see Noble Knights actually do something, and I'm pretty sure, like, with all this new support, they're actually going to be doing something. Which is really cool, because the deck's kind of suffered for a very long time, just really close to playable, but never quite there. Next up, Breaking Point of the Normal. This has got a different TCG name, it's Revenge of the Normal, I think. Special summon level 4 lower monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. Now, they don't have to be normal monsters that you special summon, despite the name of the card. I think this might be a cool way to get around the summon limit. If you're playing like a very monster-heavy deck, and you can just like, kind of like almost pendulum summon them from your hand on opponent's turn. On your turn, you can then like do some combos and stuff. Really don't think this is going to be seeing too much play, but again, it's one of those cards to sort of like keep in the back of your head. And when you like play a deck that really sort of, it just slots into really well, like it'll be quite strong. And finally, Ostionato. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Why do they have to print this? Okay, so if you control no monsters, fusion summon a melodious fusion monster from your extra deck, using 2 monsters from your hand or deck as fusion material. They give it the shit old fusion clause, because of course they fucking do. During the end phase of the turn, destroy the monster fusion summoned by this effect, and if you do, special summon all the things that were used to make it from your grave. So, Melodious. The one you want to summon is not Bloom Dema, because it can't be destroyed by card effects. So you can summon Bloom Dema, and if you do, it'll stay on board, which is actually pretty good, because the effect of the card is pretty good. What you actually want to summon is Schuberta. Now, Schuberta, you can send these two, I'll discuss them in a second, to summon, and then you get to like DD Crow your opponent 3 times, which is quite good. But in the end phase, you get to summon back Aria and Elegy. Now, Aria is already a very controversial card. While it's special summoned, melodious monsters you control can't be targeted by card effects or be destroyed by battle. Now, I've tried to make this deck work with you play like one Aria, a bunch of fairies, Buddy Force, Cool the Haunted, and the idea is like you summon this thing and then just like you can't lose, right, because it can't die. But sadly it can be killed by card effects. This one stops it from being killed by card effects, yeah. And Osteonato just sets this up perfectly, so when this card comes out, either this card's going to get banned, so you can't do the combo, because then you can only summon this or this, and they don't let you send both, or Aria or Elegy is going to get banned. Like, people just really hate this lock, which is fair enough. It's really dumb, it's really stupid. Even if, like, say Aria gets banned, I think Osteonato's still a really strong card. Like, just summoning Bloom Diva. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, you take no damage from it. So they have to target it with, like, a Castel or something. But if it battles a special summon monster, you just, like, burn them and then pop the opponent's monster. This card is, like, really absurd. The option to go into either this or DD Crow their grave, I don't think this does anything. If it's into the grave, you can add a monster from your grave to hand now. The option to like go into this or this with Osteonato, it's kind of like a double Foolish Burial while you're doing that. You get to like set up your grave. You still can't be killed by card effects if you send Elegy. I think Melodious will definitely be like much stronger even if like Aria goes. So I think this is a really cool card to print. It's just sad that we have to like ban something. Anyway, these are all the commons from Soul Fusion. Join me in the next episode of this where I cover probably like the rares, and then I'll probably do like foils after that. So until then, oh actually wait, fuck, no, I've missed the extra deck monsters. Boom, I knew I'd forget these. Dragon Agave, no, this card is not the way to make a Link 4. The flavour of this card is really cool. So it's 2+ monsters for a Link 4, 3k attack, and then it gains a bunch of effects depending on whether you use dragons, dinosaurs, sea serpents, or worms to make it. And I think this is really cool because like, dragons, dinosaurs, sea serpents, and worms are like, sort of all the like, cultures of the world have decided dragons to sort of like be and look like. And it like gains different effects depending on which one. The problem is the effects all suck. Worm, you gain 400 for each worm monster. Is it in your grave? Yeah, so like, okay, you've got like 6 worms in grave because you're playing Yang Zing and you gain a bunch of life points. All monsters you control gain like 300 attack. Well, his opponent controls lose, like ugh, even worse. Dinosaur gains attack and you can like burn them for like a couple hundred. The effects are just so bad, and it's a Link 4, so I guess it's got 3k attack, but I mean like, even Borolo Dragon can like do that better. This card is not going to see play, which is kind of sucks, but whatever. Diplexer Chimera, I'm not even going to discuss this one. I'm sure this will see play somewhere. It's a Cyburst, it's a fusion, it combos with like Necro Fusion, any 2 Cybursts to make it. It does stuff and like summon stuff from your grave. I don't know what Cybursts do. I haven't read like a single Cyburst card ever, but like every set they'd come this much closer to sort of just like being absurd. There's like a level 3 which searches for like any Cyburst from normal summons, so they've got like their own Stratos now. One day this deck will be like the nuts. Maybe it's already the nuts and just like no one's read it. It'll be the next Pepe, I'm sure. Like, Performer Pals were like just a joke, and then suddenly Monkey Board comes out and everyone's like, oh my god, kill it. I'm sure this will do something at some point. And also Protoplans. It needs a fusion monster and any dark monster, so I think you're only summoning this with Necro Fusion. But it's actually pretty cool. 2700. During the player's turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, put a Predator counter on it, does all the Predator counter stuff, and it negates the activated effects of the opponent's monsters with Predator counters. So like, it's during the player's turn. Yeah. So if they try and like Castel this, or like 101 it, or do whatever to kill it, you can, before they get to activate the effect, you can put the predator counter on, and then it will not be able to activate. It will be negated or whatever it does. So it's kind of cool, like slowly negating all their stuff. If you're playing actual Predator plants, I think the counters do things. I haven't read the actual Predator plants, only like the dumb fusion engine. But it's definitely a really cool card. Making it with Necrofusion is kind of cool, because like they're in the same set. I think Predator plants are actually going somewhere, in general. There's all this new like plant support coming out. But that's to be discussed at a later date, in the next episode of whatever this episode's been called. Stay groovy.